Well, hello, Cancer, and welcome to Mystic Door Tarot. This is Barb with your weekly tarot card reading for current week. And we're going to see what's coming through for the week ahead. And also, please be sure to subscribe, help support my channel, and thank you to my current subscribers. So with that, we're just going to jump right into the reading. All right, first off, we're going to see what crystal is coming through for you, Cancer, for this week. What does Cancer need? Which crystal is being suggested for Cancer? All right, here we go. And wow, you have Oakenite, which is a very rare crystal. I haven't seen this one. I've talked about this often on my channel. If anybody knows where we can get a authentic Oakenite crystal, because I have searched high and low in Sedona and have not found it as of yet. But this is in regards to past life patterns. So we'll see how your reading unfolds, because it could be repetitive patterns that you keep repeating. Like the most common one is always dating the wrong person or being hooked up with the wrong person. And now it could be something from past lives. All right. Let's take a look and see what the Shaman's dream message is for you. And I did pick this particular deck, the Shaman's Dream, and also Tarot of Dreams, because there's so much talk about dreaming lately in the tarot community. Hear a lot of chatter about very vivid dreaming, or like prediction type dreaming, that you're dreaming about something and then 2 days later it happens. This is a lot of what I would say people that are not really tapped into their psychic abilities are getting messages and guidance that way. So I wanted to see what these decks would have to say for this week. All right. We have Horseman, and it says Herald of Change. Well, first here, Cancer, with this particular card showing up, this is good news coming in and announcing a very prosperous and peaceful time coming in. And that's beginning now as we're entering into the month of July. But it's also an indication, Cancer, steer clear of negative, low vibration energy, bad news. This is about really looking for the silver lining to every cloud that might come your way or be in a situation. In other words, cheering people up, having a positive outlook to things, and being truly authentic about it. So being a herald of the positive. So this is kind of an indication of change coming in, where you just might be that person where you're going to look at things in the most positive way, looking for that silver lining, which then will bring in that positive energy, which is really needed when there are challenging times. So that's the change coming in for some of you. So I like that. Look for that silver lining in all that you do, in all situations. It doesn't eliminate the situation you might be in, but it prevents a better energy surrounding it to get you through it quicker, faster. All right, and that might be what the connection is here with past life patterns. You might have been dwelling on the negative, the low vibration energy. You know, if you're sitting there saying, you know, I always have bad luck, yeah, you're always going to have bad luck because you're putting that out into the universe. So law of attraction is always listening, Cancer. All right, let's clear out this deck for you, Cancer. Messages and guidance for Cancer. What's coming through for the week? And we have Faith. This is better known as the Major Arcana card, the Hierophant. Change. That 5 energy. Something difficult, challenging coming in. You have the Seven of Wands, but it's telling you you're in a position of advantage this week. And that's why this message is coming through. Oh yeah, look at this. Major Arcana card, the Star. There's hope, optimism for the future. Always be looking for that silver lining. Bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the King of Cups. The strongest message that's coming through right away with this card, and it's playing out in the background this week, is that you're kind of keeping your feelings to yourself, maybe just for this week, but especially if you are indeed trying to eliminate cycles, patterns that you feel that you're just kind of stuck in. You're kind of like keeping that information and how you're feeling and what you're trying to accomplish here. So we've got bookend cards here, both major arcana cards. There's going to be, with the faith card, you might be changing up how you think about things, view things, and this is in regards to how you were raised, maybe the religion or traditions or the way things have always been done. There's an energy here, Cancer, of possibly questioning that and starting to see cracks in that belief system is the best way that I can put it. It's a number 5 energy, which is breaking the cycle of, I almost feel like, some religions can be fear-based, where if you don't do this, this is going to happen to you. And you might be taking a good look at that in regards to not just religion, but other things around here. Anything that's fear-based, I feel that you're really, it's tying into your Horseman card here, because you're recognizing that anything with a low vibrational negative energy has no place in your life any longer. You're looking for the silver lining. You're always looking for the positivity. And with the Hierophant, this certainly can be changing up your perspectives in regards to this repetitive cycle. And that certainly could be how you were raised, the traditions, the culture, the religion, the do this or else kind of energy, fear-based energy. So there's definite change. It's going to be a little bit difficult. People might not understand why they'll feel you're turning your back on it, but you are improving and realizing, who you're truly connected with. So this is really a connection to spirit, source, understanding things in a new way, and wanting to live with hope and promise and positivity and happiness. So so that's why I feel that the King of Cups is playing out in the background, because you are really taking the lead, but you're kind of keeping, you're playing your cards close to the vest, so to speak, keeping your emotions in till you work through this time of what I feel is change and transition. So can we clarify a little bit with the Faith card, the Hierophant? And you've got the King of Cups. You're kind of doing it on your own, keeping your feelings to yourself, but it could be where you're no longer attending groups that you did before. You're just changing up your perspective on things and maybe breaking a cycle of you're realizing, Cancer, that you're automatically doing something because you've always done it. So you're kind of really examining, why do I do this? Why am I with this group? Do I really believe in what they are talking about, so to speak? So really changing up your perspectives for some Cancer individuals, and you're kind of doing it alone, keeping your feelings to yourself. Now, the Seven of Wands is an indication you're standing up now for what you truly is right for you, what you believe in, and that might not be in conjunction with the culture or traditions, how things have always been done. You're kind of breaking free of that. And that might be something that has been with you, not just for this time, but many in the past, and you're breaking free of that. So definitely most important message here is the Horseman, where you're coming into a time of change. You're breaking free of fear-based, what I would just say is fear-based cycle that you've been held into. You're really seeing it for what it truly is. So 7 of Wands here is you're in a position of advantage. You're up against, this can be competition. This can be people around you. This can be like if you go to a particular church and you're not feeling it anymore. This can be some of your fellow parishioners. It's a break from something that you no longer feel connected to. It's the best way I can describe what the messages that are coming through. So 7 of Wands is, you're in this position of advantage this week for this realization and this transition, but you're kind of doing it quietly. Although on this card, it looks like he's at battle, but it's more an internal battle within yourself. 5's not an easy energy. Oh my goodness. And we had this card fly right out, the Sun. You're going to be so much happier once you let go of what I just keep picking up. It's a fear-based group, whether it's religion, a culture, a typical way of doing things. You're breaking free of this. And, you're being shown the way. So you're in a position of advantage this week to realize what's no longer serving you. Maybe you don't believe in how you were always taught. It's kind of like moving forward with the times. And we hear so much about, being enlightened, having an awakening, an awareness, you might say, of anything fear-based is low vibrational energy. There should be nothing that says you must do this or else, in regards to your free will and how you choose to share your opinion and, your faith, whatever you believe in, what fits for you. There's a realization this week, some kind of change that's coming in. You're going to be so much happier once you stand up for yourself. And I feel that for some Cancer individuals, you're saying goodbye to, it's almost like you're just going through the motions because that's the way it always was. So that's why you're getting the Okanite crystal. Past life patterns, you're breaking those at this time. And we have the Major Arcana card, the Star, kind of keeping one foot in to what you're used to and venturing, putting, one foot out. Moving forward, being very innovative is what I was trying to say. Really positive card in the deck. It goes in conjunction with your Horseman message, where look for the silver linings, look for the positivity, look for the love and light. We hear that phrase all the time, love and light. Nothing should be fear-based. So the messages that are really coming through is start realizing what is that fear-based energy that's around you. Now, I'm not talking about like if you have a job and your boss is expecting you to complete a task and you don't want to do it. It's not that. It's about what you've been conditioned to believe or be in this cycle, and you're kind of just automatically following certain traditions and cultures without even realizing what is it that you truly feel connected with. So it's that. So the Star card's showing up because you have hope and promise for the future. Once you stand up for yourself and realize this is not what I believe in. It certainly can be switching political parties or switching religions or what you believe in, or switching who you go to for maybe spiritual advice. There is a new opportunity. Something's knocking at the door, so to speak. So there's something new that's coming in, And you're going through like this week, keeping your feelings and your emotions kind of to yourself. We've got the King of Cups just playing out in the background. And look at this. We have the Eight of Swords. This is such an unusual Eight of Swords, but the message is the same. This is feeling stuck or stagnant with a cycle that you're currently feel you're in. So there's going to be like breaking free from this energy. All right, Cancer. Messages from the universe. Let's see, what's your final message? But definitely a realization this week coming in as to something that you no longer feel the same about. And it's going to be different for each and every Cancer. But strong message here of look for the silver lining, look for the love and light, look for the positivity, break the cycle of being stuck in maybe an organization, a religion, a group, whatever it may be, that you don't longer connect with. It doesn't make sense to you any longer. All right. Don't be afraid to say, I love you or thank you to those who deserve to hear it. Don't be scared of embarrassing yourself or appearing soppy. You will never regret a heartfelt I love you or a message of appreciation. You will only ever regret not saying it. Well, you do have the King of Cups here twice. So you are holding back on your feelings. That certainly can be in regards to, relationship. And also all this change, this realization can also be in regards to love. And your final message here is saying, be sure to say, I love you. Thank you for the people that deserve to hear it. And that might be a group that you are going to move away from. Thank you for your service. Thank you for, being there for me, but I am now venturing off and going down a new path. So there you go, Cancer. That's the messages for the week. Thank you so much for joining me and sending you love and abundance.